Good morning, grade 3. Welcome back to the English class. Hope you all are doing great today. So in the previous class, we learned the story Eat Healthy, Be Happy. And we had discussed a few exercises also. Today, let's see the rest of the exercise part. We are going to start with the grammar section today. Then we'll discuss the listening exercise. After that, we'll discuss the pronunciation exercise. And finally, we'll finish the discussion with discussing the writing exercise. So let's start with the grammar section. So in grammar section, the exercise is about the different types of nouns. So what is a noun? A noun is a name given to a person, place, thing, idea or quality or action. So what is a noun? A noun is used to name a person, a place, a thing, a quality or action. And you see, nouns are of different types. Nouns can be proper nouns, common nouns or collective nouns. So what are proper nouns? A proper noun is a name given to a specific person, a particular person or a place or thing. And we always capitalize the first letter of a proper noun. So we learned all this when we learned the chapter Reggie Mouse's Shrinking Clothes. So this will be a revision for that. Let's see an example here. Sita likes dancing. So you see the word Sita, that word is a name. It is the name of this particular person. So that is an example of a proper noun. Now, what are common nouns? So common nouns are common names or generic names given to a person, a place or a thing in a class or a group, and we don't capitalize the first letter of a common noun unless we use that at the beginning of a sentence. So if you are using a common noun, if it is not used at the beginning of the sentence, we don't capitalize the first letter. Like in the example you see here, my pen is with her. You see the word pen, that is a common noun. It is a common name given to pens. We are just saying the word pen to refer to some pen. We don't know exactly which pen. So that word pen is a common name and it is an example of a common noun. Now collective nouns are those nouns which describe a group of things or people as a unit. For example, when you say a bunch of keys, a bunch means it's a group. So that word bunch is an example of a collective noun. So when you say a bunch of grapes, it means there is a collection of grapes there. A pride of lions, that means there are more than one lion. It's a group of lions. So these are examples of collective nouns. Now let's get back to the exercise part. All of you look at page number 6 in your textbook. Now there you see this question, underline the proper nouns, circle the common nouns. So now we know what are proper nouns and what are common nouns. You can see a few sentences there. You have to identify which are the proper nouns or common nouns mentioned in the sentence. For example, the first question there, the river Ganga flows through Haridwar. Can you identify which is the proper noun? So what are proper nouns? A specific name of a person, place or a thing or a quality or action. Do you see any specific names here? The names Ganga and Haridwar. Those are the proper nouns used in this sentence. So you may underline the words Ganga and Haridwar. Whereas the word river, that is a common name. So that is an example of a common noun. So you are supposed to circle the common noun in each sentence. So the word river is circled. So similarly, go through the rest of the sentences given here. Underline the proper nouns, whereas you have to circle the common nouns. So is it clear now? Let's move on to the next section. And it says fill in the blanks with suitable collective nouns from the box. So here you can see a box with a few collective nouns. There are a few sentences given there. You have to identify which collective noun has to be used in each sentence to complete that sentence correctly. For example, the first one, the hunters were attacked by a dash of lions. So look at the choices given in the box. You have choir, pride, crew, litter, troop, flight, pant and said. These are all examples of collective nouns. So which one do you think is the right choice for question number 1? Which is the collective noun used to refer to a group of lions? We say a pride of lions. So which is the right word to be used here? The hunters were attacked by a pride of lions. So similarly, go to the rest of the sentences given there. Choose the right collective noun from the choices, then complete these sentences. Clear now? Let's move on to the next exercise. This is called the listening exercise, and here you have to listen to the names of some food items. Write H if the food item is healthy or U if the food item is unhealthy. So I am going to read out the names of a few food items to you. You have to listen to the names carefully and then you have to categorize these food items as healthy or unhealthy. If that food item is healthy, you have to write H. You have to write the name of the food item and you can put a hyphen and you can write H there. Then if it is unhealthy, you have to mention the name of the food item, put a hyphen and then write U. So all of you please listen carefully. So the food items are idli, pizza, cola, burger, vegetable sandwich, rice. I repeat, idli, pizza, cola, burger, vegetable sandwich, rice. So there are 6 food items mentioned here. We have to identify which is healthy and unhealthy and complete the exercise accordingly. Now the next exercise is the pronunciation exercise. Here in each set, circle the words that have the TH sound. So look at the textbook, you have got 6 set of words given there. The first set, brother, thirst, first. So in each set, you have to identify the words which have got the TH sound and you have to circle those words. So can you tell me which are the words which have got the TH sound in the first set? You have got brother, thirst and first. So the words brother and thirst have the TH sound in them. So you may circle these words. Likewise, go to the rest of the sets given there, identify the words with TH sound and circle them. So I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next exercise. This is the writing exercise. Here, this is about writing a paragraph. Shruti visited her uncle who lives in the hills. She returned home and wrote this paragraph in her notebook. Read this sample of a paragraph. So you know what is a paragraph? A paragraph is a group of sentences, a group of meaningful sentences that tells you about one single idea or it talks about one central topic. A paragraph will describe about only one central topic. The first sentence is the most important sentence in a paragraph. It will introduce the topic that you are discussing in the paragraph. So the first sentence should be an introduction sentence about the topic that you are going to say about in the paragraph. Then you can follow the first sentence with supporting sentences. You can describe more about the topic or that central idea there. And then finally, you have to conclude the paragraph with a conclusion sentence. And you can also give a title for your paragraph. So this exercise is about writing a paragraph. There is a sample paragraph given here. Let me read it out to you. The hills were green and beautiful. The weather was nice and pleasant. So the first sentence you see there, the hills were green and beautiful. That is the first sentence here, the key sentence or the most important sentence of this paragraph. So when we read that sentence, we will get an idea that this paragraph is going to be about hills and green and nature. So that is the most important sentence. Following this sentence are the supporting sentences. That is, the weather was nice and pleasant. There were lots of flowers around. My uncle has a very big garden. I saw roses of many kinds in his garden. I liked going on long walks and cycling through the hills with my cousins. I saw lots of birds too. The birds were of different colors and they looked beautiful. From morning till afternoon, the birds chirped merrily. I took many photographs of flowers, birds and trees. I enjoyed my stay in the hills and look forward to my next visit. So the last sentence, it concluded the paragraph. I enjoyed my stay in the hills and look forward to my next visit. So this is a sample of how to write a paragraph. Now here for you, the exercise is to imagine that you had gone on a day-long outing to an activity center. Your teacher had taken you and your classmates on this trip. Write a paragraph on what you all did there. So you have to imagine that you went out for a day-long trip with your classmates and teacher. You had gone to an activity center. And you have to write a paragraph about what all things you did there, what all things you saw there. So you can use a few hints which are given there. Like, how did you go? You can write about how you went to that place. How long were you there? You can write about how long you spent your time there. How many boys and girls went? Names of activities you did there. Which activity you liked and why? The food you ate. Any funny incident? Would you like to visit again? So you may include these points while writing the paragraph. The space is already provided in the textbook, so you can write the paragraph in the textbook itself. So I hope these questions are clear to you. So let me remind you the homework for the day. You have to complete all the exercise in the chapter and submit your answers in teams. So that's all for today, children. We'll meet in the next class with a new chapter. Till then, bye.